young face of fentanyl addiction, before and after. 22-year-old Katie Mather, forehead and chin clawed open by her own fingernails because the use of fentanyl makes her skin crawl. I spot her on the Strip, Surrey's infamous drug hangout, and ask if she'll talk to me. She puts cover-up on her raw skin.
So I'm literally just did my mascara and I'm good to go.
Katie settles in to tell her story.
Perfect.
How she ended up living on the street 3 months ago, addicted to fentanyl.
Well, I've been using, it's actually funny, well, not funny, it's terrible. I have a really addictive personality. I've always been, addicted to something, whether it was shopping or Facebook or whatever. And I did an Oxy. I got addicted right away. And then I found a regular dealer and I started picking up all the time. I remember the day the fentanyl came out and my dealer said, I've got these new pills. They're fake oxys. He didn't tell me they were fentanyl because nobody knew what fentanyl was yet. He just said they're 100 times stronger and they're only $5 more. And I was just like, okay, because I was what fentanyl was yet. He just said they're 100 times stronger and they're only $5 more. And I was just like, okay, because I was getting a pretty high tolerance at this point.
Oxys, OxyContin,
and they're only $5 more. And I was just like, okay, because I was getting a pretty high tolerance at this point.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to our mighty power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the legmen that's continually feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel that is coming out of our Bible. And like it says here, the rise and fall. And one way you could tell the nation is going down is through their women. Yeah, through their women, man. Their women are no longer with their Edomite men. Their women are on drugs, right? Their women are lesbians. Their women are out of order, right? Rebellious, right? That's the wicked. That's the wicked. Esau, Edom. You gotta realize this is a nation of devils. And it's just their spirit is coming out more and more at the end of days. And what else is happening? What is the beautiful power of our Lord doing? Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, right? Which persecuted thee, right? That's one of the curses the Lord's put on them, right? What did they do? What did they give us? Right? Esau had put crack, cocaine in the black community, right? They distributed crack cocaine all throughout the black community in the colored neighborhoods, right? To suppress the uprise of the so-called black man. That was their plan. And then what happened? They said, we need a war on drugs. And a war on drugs was really a war on the black community. A war on the black community. They funded the police, right? That's when the police got them fundings, new buildings, new cars, right? Right? They got more surveillances just to watch the so-called black community, the black and Latino community, because those were the communities destroyed by this drug shit, right? But the Lord said he's going to put these curses upon thine enemies. So what did the Lord do? They gave us the crack. The Lord gave them the opioids and the fentanyl, right? It says this is crack 2.0. What are they talking about? That fentanyl, right? The Lord came back with a vengeance. They gave us that crack cocaine. And Jake, through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, our nation made it through. Now the Lord is giving these devils who brought this dope on us, he's giving them this fentanyl and these opioids that's collapsing their whole society, as you can see. From their daughters, their sons are dying, right? You look at this crack thing. It says, the extension of a Trump-era order cracking down on fentanyl copycats. It's reigniting what advocates call another war on drugs. Yeah, it's getting real out here. They locking up a whole bunch of Edomites, right? Who's the main people this is affecting? It says families destroyed by fentanyl deaths. All I see is Edomites. Mostly it's a bunch of Edomites, right? Look at that. Pictures of Esau Edom dying at a young age. 23, 22, 18, 15, 16. He was only 25 years old. She was only 23. And she overdosed. She overdosed off fentanyl. That fentanyl dropping them like flies, man. It's a beautiful thing because what did they say? Look at those blacks on crack. Look at those drug addicts, right? That's the same thing we saying. Look at these dead drug addicts. Look at these overdosing ass Edomites, man. These weak system Edomites. They can take them drugs, right? You remember they put AIDS in the black community. They put drugs in the black community. They put them vaccinations in your children. They was trying to eradicate us, but it didn't happen. Lord said, hey, there is no end to the people. Ain't no end to the children of Israel. First off, we're like the sand of the sea. You can't kill us all. What they say? We don't die, we multiply. But it look like you Edomites, you dying, goddamn it. Look at that. Pretty young white dead bitches. And they'll be back in the kingdom. They asses is going straight into fucking captivity. Straight into captivity. This is Psalms 141 and 10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while that I withal escape. Yeah, let the wicked fall into their own nets, man. It's funny, you got for the fentanyl, they already have a a needle, a shot to fight the fentanyl, showing you that this is something made up in the lab somewhere, man. There's somebody is controlling this shit. For you to already have some kind of thing already set up to fight against if you overdose off this fentanyl, here's a shot that you could take to bring the person back. Showing you this has been tested in the lab. This is something that was set up. And you already know who's behind it, the small hatters, right? They control everything. The elites of this society. They so raw, they so going hard on the population control, they getting rid of their own, right? Psalms 141. Didn't you have a fucking elite Rothschild or one of them sons a few years ago OD off drugs? Found his ass dead on the streets. Psalms 141 and 10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, while it's that I withal escape, man. Call halal Yahweh Hashem Yahshai that cracked and destroy our whole community, right? Certain people it was supposed to affect get affected, but guess what? Jake bounced through it. Now, right now, who's the main dope heads you've seen, man? It's Esau Edom with this fentanyl. They can't stand. They want to fall the fuck down, but the Lord is keeping their asses up. They got this drug that just keep you standing all day, but you bent the fuck over it. If that ain't the power of the Lord making sure you these Edomites are seen, right? You ain't gonna know. The Lord said, you gonna make a shame. You gonna make them shame. The shame shall be uncovered. His nakedness shall be uncovered. What it says, his shame shall be seen. Something like that, right? That's what the Lord is doing to this man. You can see this man. He's fallen. He's done. Proverbs 24:19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. Right? Because at one time they were doing so great on earth, right? When you go back to the 60s, right? You seen their rise. They first came here, the white man and the white woman, the red man and the red woman were in one unison, right? And what putting their foot on Jake's neck, right? You remember the Edomite woman used to lie and say, I got raped by a nigger. I got raped by a the colored man raped me. He beat me. He touched me. He winked at me. A nigga died over a white bitch lying and saying, a red woman lying and saying Jake winked or blew a kiss at her or something like that. Emmett Till. So the Lord said, hey man, they got to pay for that. The Lord remember all these things. Matter of fact, let me get this. I'm going to go to the book of Psalms 137. We're going to start at 7. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. That's how Edom is connected with Babylon, right? O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us, right? Esau gave us these drugs, and now we're happy to see the Lord giving them opioids. and fentanyl and heroin and all that. They still on that cocaine, boy. They still on that cocaine, putting that bullshit up their noses. Right? These Edomites will do any type of drug. They got a drug right now that they got their foot looking like a fucking crocodile, the back of a crocodile's tail. They skin dying, cutting. They got to cut body parts off due to skin rotting. Right? So this is messed up. These devils going through it. The Lord said, hey, remember, O Lord. The Bible said, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against stones. And ooh, it even gets worse for Edom. Even gets worse for Edom, man. It's going to get worse for Edom, man. I'm reading, Job 21 and 19. Job 21 and 19, it says, the Most High, his name is Yahweh, layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it, man, right? And these Edomites paying for what their forefathers done did, because they are their forefathers coming back in reincarnation, right? That's why they be having that deja vu, right? They done came back, and they're more wicked than they ever been, right? Because right now it's like they got a season to reign with terror. They're going through the four corners of the earth, pushing these wicked, filthy ways on other nations, right? And if you don't go along with their ways, they start a war with you, or they put embargoes on you. That's the system you got, right? This man is not profitable to the earth whatsoever, right? He's polluting the water, polluting the air, right? He's like a destructive force. He is the cancer on the face of the earth. So the Lord has to remove this cancer. This cancer has to be put out, right? What the Bible say? Matter of fact, let me get this. Bear with me. I got it. Proverbs 24 and 20. It says, for there shall be no reward to the evil man, right? The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Oh, I got to read it again. Let me start from 19. Proverbs chapter 24, 19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious of the wicked. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Yeah. That's why it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, man. That's when the Lord's going to start pulling that strength away from him, right? Devil know why you think he's coming down with such great wrath, because he know he has a little time left. He's not the same person he used to be, right? He's not the same person he used to be, right? We saw his rise, right? We saw his rise when he was at his greatest power. Everybody so-called looked at him as a god on earth, right? Now you see him at his lowest, man. Shit, look at his women. Like we said, if you want to see a falling, a dying society, all you gotta do is look at the women. Just like our women right now, man. That black society is dying, right? That Latino society is dying. That Native Americans, that's all that dying. The Lord is building up with the children of Israel, right? The Lord is putting his elect together, and we ain't got nothing to do with no Negroes, Hispanics, no Native Americans. That shit is just who we used to be. Now we going by Benjamin, Judah, Levi, Issachar, Naphtali, Ephraim, Gad. We going back to our heritage. So all this old shit, all our old ways, man, we don't put that behind us. We became new people. And these people, what of this society, they hate us for this. But hey, man, fuck them. I'm going to finish it with 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. Therefore, if any man be in a Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Yeah, we don't put off that old man. Right? You don't renewed your mind. I'm reading again 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. Therefore, if any man be in a Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. And what we're waiting for, that kingdom of heaven, man, that new earth, that where it dwelleth righteousness.